If you're looking for a way to earn supplemental income from home without a tech degree, AI rating might be the answer. But it might also raise some questions. In this two-part video series, I'm answering 15 of the most common questions I receive from beginners to help you decide if this is the right fit for you, and I've included chapter markers so you can jump directly to the question that interests you most. Now let's get started. What actually is AI rating, data annotation, and data labeling? AI rating involves reviewing AI responses and deciding whether they're helpful, accurate, safe, or relevant. Think of it as being part of a human quality control process that helps train and improve AI systems. You'll also hear the terms data annotation and data labeling. Data annotation is the overall process of adding meaning or structure to information so AI can learn from it. Data labeling is one specific type of annotation where you assign clear categories, for example, marking an image as a dog or a cat, labeling an email as spam, or choosing the correct product category. You're not writing computer code or building AI. You are simply reviewing information, following guidelines, and providing structured feedback. If you're comfortable using a computer and following instructions carefully, these are skills you can absolutely learn. Now I know what you're thinking. Yeah, it's a skill I can learn, but how long does it actually take to see the first paycheck? Stick around because I've mapped out a realistic 30-day timeline for you at the end of this video series. Do I need a tech background? No, and that surprises a lot of people. People from many different backgrounds work in this field, including teachers, retirees, office workers, caregivers, veterans. The skills that matter most are reading carefully, following detailed instructions, thinking logically, basic computer literacy, good written communication. Grammar is incredibly important here. Some assessment exams include writing tasks or ask you to evaluate the quality of written text. If your grammar feels a little rusty, spending a little time reviewing it can give you a massive advantage. This work rewards attention to detail far more than technical expertise. How do I get started? The best advice is to start small. Apply to just one or two reputable companies. Take your time to study for and complete their assessments. Learn how those specific platforms operate and build your confidence. There's no need to apply to 10 different places all at once. Once you successfully clear your first exam and finish your first project, you'll understand the flow of the industry and can expand from there. Am I an employee or an independent contractor? Now, this is a crucial legal and financial distinction to understand up front, but this will vary based on the platform you're working for, but usually you're hired as an independent contractor, not a traditional employee. Again, it's not always. I've worked as both types with two different companies. Now, what does this mean? Okay, as an independent contractor, you'll get the full amount of what you earn up front, which means you'll just need to set aside a portion for tax time yourself. It's similar to running a small business for tax purposes. How much money can I realistically make? This is best viewed as supplemental income rather than a guaranteed full-time salary. Pay varies depending on the company, the project, your location, and your experience level. As of the summer of 2026, many beginner projects pay somewhat around $8 to $15 per hour for basic rating work, $12 to $25 per hour for more specialized annotation projects, although rates may vary considerably depending on the company, project, country, and current demand. So always check current rates on the platforms. Some advanced projects pay more, but those opportunities usually require specialized skills like coding or professional writing. One major advantage is the flexibility. Whether you can work 5 hours a week or 20 is often entirely up to you. You can even work with more than one platform at the same time. Just be careful not to take on more than you can comfortably manage. Is it safe? I hear about scams. Unfortunately, scams do exist, so it's vital to know what to watch for. Legitimate platforms will never ask you to pay an upfront fee for training or equipment. They will never ask you for online banking login information. And they also won't hire you instantly through a message on WhatsApp or Telegram without an application. Legitimate companies always require a formal onboarding process, including an official application, one or more qualification assessment exams, a formal contract and tax paperwork like a W-9 or W-8 BEN, identification verification, often requiring a government-issued photo ID. What equipment do I need? The good news is that the hardware requirements are very simple. You will generally need a reliable desktop or laptop computer, Mac or PC, a stable, high-speed internet connection, basic typing skills, a quiet place where you can concentrate. Most companies expect you to use an up-to-date Google Chrome browser. Do I need to install a bunch of heavy software on my computer? Building on the equipment question, no, you do not. Beginners often worry that they will need to download heavy, complex programs that might slow down their computer or introduce security risks. For most AI rating and data annotation projects, the work happens almost entirely inside your web browser. The companies provide the secure workspaces within their own online portals. At most, a platform might ask you to install a secure Chrome extension to track your time or format your page, but you won't need to turn your personal computer into a high-tech data lab. Please watch my video on setting up a clean Chrome profile. It's titled Before You Apply the Crucial AI Rater Setup Steps, where I discuss this and extensions in greater detail. I'll put a link in the description. We've covered the basics and some of the risks. In a part 2, I'll get into what the day-to-day work is actually like, plus when you can expect that first paycheck. If this is sounding like something you can handle so far, let me know in the comments which part surprised you the most.